Are you considering co-signing for a property for a relative or a friend, but want to understand more about how this may or may impact a future purchase for you in the future? Well, then you're in the right place, because in this video, we're going to go over some things that you may or may not have considered about what it means for you when you become a co-owner of a property. So grab your pen, paper, and a coffee, and let's get started. If we haven't met yet, my name is Michelle Marie Glasgow from the award-winning Elm & Oak real estate team, where my sisters and I specialize in helping women and families purchase new properties while protecting their interests. Purchasing a property with someone else can be a great way to jump into investing in a property. It can also be super beneficial for a friend or relative that you really trust. However, there are some definite things that you may want to consider before jumping into co-ownership. One of the first things that you want to consider when co-signing for a relative or a friend for a property is that you are fully responsible for the mortgage. Now, what does that mean? Well, what I mean is, even if you're only 30% title holder of the property, to the lender, you are an owner. Meaning that if the other owners do not make payment, then it will negatively impact you, not by the 30% stake that you have in the property, but in general. The lender does not care, is very irrespective of what ownership each owner has. They only know that they want their payment. So ensure that whoever you're signing with is somebody that can be trusted to make the payment, knowing that it could impact your credit in either a negative or positive way. Another thing to consider is that the mortgage is now a debt for you, meaning that it could impact your buying power in the future for another property, or let's say if you wanted to sign for a vehicle. In some cases, it may have a positive impact, but it can also have a negative impact if your debt to income ratio is not matching up for the purchase that you're trying to make. Now let's get into one of the least considered impacts of co-signing for a property. And then I do have one bonus one for you as well. One of the least considered implications of co-signing for a property is your status as a first-time homeowner. In Ontario, being a first-time owner comes with certain incentives. When you sign for someone else purchasing a property, whether that be your parents, a cousin, a friend, you lose your status as a first-time homeowner, which could potentially cost you thousands of dollars, as you will not get the first-time homeowner incentive off of your land transfer tax. A bonus consideration is possible tax implications. In 2022, the federal government in Ontario implemented new taxes for investors that purchase properties and then sell them within 1 year. This means that it's very important that you understand what is the goal of this property to ensure that you are not affected by any potential tax implications. Be sure that before you co-sign for any property that you discuss all of these implications and more with the required professionals to ensure that your interests are protected. Well, now that you know some things to be aware of and to consider before purchasing a property with a relative or friend, you may also be interested in learning more about the process of purchasing a property for yourself. If you were thinking of co-signing for a family member or a friend, or if you're thinking of purchasing a property for yourself, be sure to contact us. We work with an amazing group of professionals that are interested in protecting your interests. Our details are in the show notes below. Until next time.